So again, the 4-point touch, you grab your ruler and you can see right here, I'm going to show you this way, that you can see that it is touching on both sides, and you would actually be able to see the difference in the distance between this bridge and this part of the bridge to ensure that there's equal amount of space. This also signifies and lets us see how much face form is on the frame. Of course, if we take away some face form, you're going to notice that currently as the frame stands, it is closer on this side than on this side. Let me move it a little bit so you can see it better on the video. Okay, please don't get confused. It is not touching the bridge, it is touching the end pieces and this way. So if you look at it this way, here, bring the video down, please. Okay. You can see the amount of spacing between here and here. That means that they are not even. This probably has a little bit of coplanar because this is further away. Another vertical alignment. These are now vertical alignments. 4-point touch are now vertical alignment. Theoretically, the nasal and the temporal eye wires must touch. The next vertical alignment is what we know as face form. Most frames have some face form. The ideal position is to have the frame PD equal the patient PD, and that will help you tell if you're going to add a little bit more face form or take some away. Negative face form should be corrected. Negative face form looks like this. Our face is not like that. We therefore should always have a little bit of face form. To correct any plastic frame, you must heat it first. We already discussed Xing and coplanar, which are also vertical misalignments because they affect the frame this way. Horizontal alignments affect the frame this way. That's what we were talking about, the bridge being skewed, one lens higher than the other, or the lens being rotated. Vertical alignments affect the face form, the 4-point touch, Xing, and coplanar. Next, we will discuss our end pieces. Our end pieces, if they're too further out, you will notice this will affect eventually when a patient puts it on. One side of the face is going to be closer on the glasses than the other. You correct that by closing it back in, using pliers, of course, much easier on the fingers. And you want what I call a U. You want about a 90-degree perpendicular here on the frames on the table. Also, we have what is called temple parallelism. That is when one end piece or temple sits higher, and as you can see here, it is completely uneven and it is not touching the table. That is temple parallelism. So then we correct that again. After you correct your bridge, you correct your front part of the frame, you correct your end pieces, you correct for your temple spread or your temple parallelism. Then you want to ensure that both bends, temple bends, are sitting nicely, evenly like this, not too far in because it will hurt the face, or a little further out that way. Last thing we are going to check for, well, not last one before, check the temple bends. It should be 90 degrees approximately. Right here is perfect. Too much bend is, bad for the patient. Also bad for the back of the ear. And as you can see, excessive bend can cause damage to the frame. So you want a 90-degree bend, just like the arc of your finger. And lastly, you will check for what we call temple fold. As you can see, it is in perfect alignment and should be in order to fit in the case properly. Again, upside down. This is what I want you to do in your homework.